Hi, welcome to the Stock Knit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 164.
Wow. It's getting up there.
Yeah, slowly, if you don't podcast every week. But I appreciate your patience and the patience of our viewers in that I was ill.
That one.
So, my whole family.
Well, yeah.
Like, it just took off. Manifested in different ways, but mostly like head cold stuff. And then I would say I had like a cold to the exponential of a cold, because it was super cold outside. And normally when I get a cold, like I'll go run. And this may sound really gross, but like things, like when you're breathing heavily, you kind of get that stuff out of your system.
Okay.
Yeah, it does sound gross. I'll just put that out there. That sounds gross. But, yeah, I couldn't because it was like high of -4 for the day. And then I couldn't sleep well and I was getting headaches and yeah, wham. But ultimately not feeling very well for a while. Sleeping a lot. Like sleeping more than I normally would sleep in 3 days every night. So.
Yeah, and we had a illness hit our family, but have no idea what's going on. And it's, yeah, just one kid so far, but it may turn into me by next week. So
we're getting it in where we can. Definitely ready for spring.
Yes.
So ready.
Get us out of the house, open up the windows. Yeah.
Yes.
I heard we were getting some 30s coming up, and I'm like, I want to open up the windows. I know that sounds ridiculous, like 30 degrees, I want to open up the windows, but I do. Our house has been shut up too long.
It's definitely, yeah. We've been planning spring break. We're heading down to Kansas City, and it's like, why can't that be now? It's supposed to be like 70s and 60s there. Why can't we be there now?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely been sleeping a lot more, which means I've been knitting a lot less, and also I've, I don't know, I know that I'm not feeling well when I don't feel like knitting. I just recently have been like, let's knit,
Okay.
So, yeah, glad to be done with that.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of laying around on the couch lately, but, without the needles in hand, but, I don't know why that was the case this week, but got a lot done in today, so I'm excited.
Yeah, the weekends are like a time warp that always goes by too fast, in my opinion. But, you're a CrossFit champion, I think I saw on Instagram, right? Am I right?
Well, I was very happy with the score. I don't know how I rank against anybody, and I know that the girl that I was paired with, she counted 6 more reps than me, and we lifted the same weight. But I think it was all the encouragement. Like, she's the one type of person, name's Darcy, kind of person that can reach down into her toes and just come up with, the energy to finish strong. I was just kind of pacing myself, and then I had a couple attempts at the lift, and I got through it, and I was like, all right, I'm proud of myself. And so I let the last 30 seconds or whatever go, because I could have probably put some more plates on and tried again, but I was like, nope, I'm happy with this score. This is good. Darcy, like, to get to the same number as me, like, lifted it in that last 15 seconds. Like, she was like, all right, I'm gonna try it again. And she just, like, somehow in that last 15 seconds, she just pulled it all together and made it happen. And I was like, darn it. But that's the kind of person she is. That's the kind of competitor she is. So she keeps me on my toes.
Good.
But yeah, that was fun. I don't know. I don't know. It was fun.
Good. I've definitely been lax in the running and the pull-up challenge in being ill, so I'm going to need to get back on it.
Yeah, the pull-up challenge, like, all the things that we've been doing in class lately have been so intensive. I hope that they help my pull-ups, but I haven't been able to practice my pull-ups because there's just not been enough energy left in the tank after the workout. Because they're like, oh, we're going to do 1,000,000 push-ups. And I'm like, and then I'm going to try to do a pull-up? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that's what's been going on with that. But, I don't know. Besides the kid having this, 3-day illness, and me wanting her to be all better by tomorrow morning, we're also taking her in for allergy tests to see if she has any food allergies on top of this illness. It seemed like, I don't know, we've been doing the BART, the bland food diet, and because her stomach's not happy, and anytime we got over 24 hours of without any incident, we thought, okay, well, what do you want? And we'd let her try something, and then it'd go down the hill again. So it's like, okay, you're getting on the BART for the next 48 hours. I don't care if you feel $1,000,000. You're not getting off of this diet for at least that long. Till your stomach is just 100% again. And in the middle of that, we're going to go in and see if she can get allergy tests done. They might tell us that since she's been sick for 3 days that she can't do that. Oh, we're getting a strobe effect on one of our lights all of a sudden.
Going out. I don't know if that's distracting on the
podcast. Are you going to have disco lights for us?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll find out. Okay. 1 sec.
Those, what are they called? Halogens seem like they don't do well if they're upwards.
Okay.
Have you noticed?
No.
If yours at home? Ours don't last as long in the features or the fixtures that have them upside down.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
We've been buying LED lights lately.
Okay.
To replace our lights. They're pretty darn expensive, but we figure they'll last forever. And they use a far less wattage. So.
Yeah, these are supposed to use less wattage, but are not. They're supposed to last a long time, and it doesn't seem like they do.
Oh.
We've noticed. Like it's not the 5 years that they claim on the package.
I know a friend of mine said that if you flip them on and off a lot, they're not good in kids' rooms because if kids are flipping
this stay on in the lamp. Anyway, okay, we've got lots to talk about. So.
Yeah, enough with the chit chat.
We could probably cut that out.
There we go.
Yes. Do you want to talk about the Fantastico Bijou Basin Ranch?
Yes, we had a Bijou Basin Ranch yak sock yarn giveaway. It is their Tibetan Dream base, and it's a kit that comes with the yarn, sock pattern, and 3 things of their Allure wash. And
I need to get some more of that. My little bottle that they sent is almost gone now.
I actually made when I made that last order, I ordered a big bottle. I really did enjoy it.
I have big bottle envy. I want a big bottle of it now.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I thought, and I have been using it in and out of the washing machine, so it's been real good wash for me. What was I going to say? Oh, and then a tote, all of that, and a tote. And long story short, we had 519 entries. Woohoo! That was a record for us, or at least me, for one that I had started. So if you don't count the self-striping sock one, it seemed like a record number for us. And then, without further ado, the winner was number 435, which is Tea House Knits. And Tea House Knits, contact me. I will forward your information on to Bijou Basin, and they will ship the kit to you. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Maxie's ordering it up.
It's got to be super exciting.
Yes. Congratulations. That was an awesome kit.
Thank you to the Bijou Basin folks. Yes. And we hope a lot of you went out and got the coupon code.
Yeah, that was a really good coupon code, and I've been searching for my shawl, blanket, poncho, whatever, and I haven't quite found the right pattern yet, but I hope to soon so I can start something.
Yeah, I've got envy because again, I should have used that coupon code to get some
I just recently used the one from, so I used that one. It was fabulous. And then Paradise Fibers sent one that was a little too irresistible as well. In the mail recently.
Cool, cool. Next up, we have our February self-striping. And that was Mint Rain, who had, after the storm, very pretty pops of turquoise and purple and a grayish black. And the winner of that was number 304, which is LM. I can't read my own writing. LM Call. L McCall. Mecoll. Linda. You were number 304. And she had some very pretty self-striping socks out there. Cool. And then 2 of my patterns went to 271 and 113. So that is Antigone Electra was 271, Wendy, and 113 was Alita Casey, Alita. So congratulations to those 2. If you want to PM me, I can gift you the pattern of your choice from my my Ravelry grouping for self-striping sock patterns. And yeah, I'm sorry that I don't know how to say that. Elle McCall, she won the Mint Rain. And then for March, we have the wonderful Spud and Chloe Fine. I'm out of practice. Stripey Fine that I knit those socks for my friend out of. I'm giving them to her tomorrow. Yesterday was her birthday, and she's not going into surgery now until April. But I knit it out of the mint chip, and we have a 2 skeins of the mint chip to give away for the self-striping, and then we've got the grape freeze that we'll be doing because we're part of their blog tour, we'll be doing seriously. Yeah, he needs to be the center of attention, and why shouldn't he? We're part of their blog tour, so we're going to be giving away the grape freeze, and I think we've got a few extra skeins in there as well, so this might be a 2 for self-striping month. But they are the official sponsor this month of March, and also we are part of the blog tour. So just to recap, knit those socks, really liked it, really liked the silk content. It's 80% gouache wool, 20% silk. It definitely has a different hand. It's not a base that I've ever knit into socks, but I really liked it. And they're very unconventional self-striping. So it's purposeful, almost purposeful, happy accident self-striping, because it predictably cycles through the colors, but it's not like a huge chunk of color, like shunk, shunk, shunk. It's like all in one row. It could be all of them. And then by the time you go back around, then it kind of lines up, and it was very fun. It was fun to do an unconventional challenge if I'm in Project Runway mode. And so go check it out. Spud and Chloe is distributed in tons of places, and so if you don't have a self-striping stash that rivals mine, you could go out and get some self-striping. So, and they've got lots of pretty colorways. Spud and Chloe Stripey Fine. We also have a new sponsor this month. Little Skein sent us 2, and I think I'll spread them out. So one for sure in March. Happy March. It is it says official sock knitter on it.
And then stripey socks.
Yes, rainbow. A fox in socks. Fox and rainbow socks. And then they've got acorns. And I really like her drawstring bags. It's got that nice little
mine right here.
Yep, locking piece, and it seems like they really it tightens well even without the locking piece. Nice little yours has got the canvas bottom as well. And they sit nice. And so thank you to Annie for sponsoring March Bag. And then we've also been contacted by Sew For You. They're out in our enabling threads. She's got a bag business and often has some deals if you want to go check out our thread and our enabling thread. And she will be an upcoming sponsor as well. Cool. So wanted to give her a mention.
Yeah, way to branch out, KL. Getting some bag sponsors, getting some pattern sponsors.
Woot! We got it. Last drawing. Goodness, what happens when we're away for 2 weeks? The drawings just get crazy.
All right.
Fix-a-stitch.
We are drawing for those cute pink fix-a-stitches with the hooks on both sides
that we reviewed 2 episodes ago. 162. 2 through 168 were the number of entries, and the winner is number 27. Lucky number 27 is Striped Daisy. That is Kate, and her husband helped fix her daughter's car.
Yes.
So, yep.
And hopefully those will be very useful for you.
Yep. Go ahead and contact me, PM me, and I can get those out. Yeah, I was trying to think of the Mint Rain can contact me as well as the patterns for the self-striping. And the Bijou Basin was you. And away we go.
All right.
Do we have any FOs?
I have lots.
Of course we do. We got FOs. How about you?
So I finished my Static Zing socks. So you already saw one, and there's 2.
Did you make a matchy?
Close as I could. They're off by a little. You can see that the center blue is a little thicker on one than the other, but they seem to line up still, even with that little mishap to the end. So I'm not sure where they got off and how they got better, but that's what happened. And so they're done, and they need to get pictures and finished on Ravelry, but they are done.
And they're yours?
Yes.
Yours, all yours?
They are mine, all mine. And then I knit the Hunter pattern from Tin Can Knits for a co-worker's baby. They don't know the sex of the baby, so I thought this would be good and crazy. And it's got an underlying minty green in it, so it's a good unisex.
And that's the Cakewalk Yarns Hero Squad or something?
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so.
I wasn't sure. I've knit a lot of little things out of this yarn, and it's been in everything, so I wasn't sure how long ago the ball band has been missing, but there's my baby.
Super stretchy.
Yeah, and I liked how this turned out. I mean, I had the Static Zing Jazz is in my bag.
Because you make it smell like cat drugs.
This is my Static Zing hat with the Cakewalk yarns in it as well.
Yeah, it's fun to see. It's like in that movie French Kiss, where like you smell something and it brings out the taste in the wine. You can see this a lot better when you hold it up next to the. In my just perception.
So I have those hats done and ready to go to their recipients.
Fun.
And then Trilogy.
Epic finish. Here, you want me to hold it up or are you going to put it on?
I can put it on.
We're going to undress.
Be a little.
2 cardigans is a little much. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's right.
Won't you be mine?
Gotta put on my cardigan. Won't you be my neighbor? Howdy, neighbor.
You're getting more formal.
Yes.
Instead of less formal, like Mr. Rogers did.
So this is, and I was noticing that my white had picked up some green when I washed it.
Yeah.
So, I will be rewashing and blocking this so that all the whites go back to being the same color, because at first I was like, no, these are the same dye lot or whatever.
Yeah, just right in there.
And then I went all the way through to find, what's wrong, and it's literally like, this dye must have come off onto the white a little bit and lessened the appearance
So fun. So things that you probably aren't picking up on the camera is that this section is in reverse stockinette, and then that's in stockinette.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do you have the color difference, but you also have a stitch texture difference, which is super cool.
I think the thing that was not bugging me, but the thing that I was doing when I was trying this on was that I had to make sure that everything lined up. Because it's like every once in a while you put it on and like one of them was way down here and one of them's up here, and you're like, oh,
yep.
Gotta make sure that's perfectly symmetrical.
It's like my prairie fire. When I wear it, I'm always like, I wonder if that V is lining up in the back, or if it's a little off course.
So this is
you should like kneel on the couch and show the back. Woo!
So
she can fly.
I believe I can fly. Yes, this is a little too warm to be wearing right now. So I'm gonna
100% alpaca?
Yeah.
Yep. Alpaca-licious.
Yes. I can't remember if it's baby or not. It was the tree frog alpaca sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it.
Well, that's either you or the wool wash. Something wafted up me that smells good. It's a wool wash.
Could be. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need to, re-wool wash. Now that you've seen it, I will probably put that back in, because I think that the sleeves color difference is going to be, I mean,
it'll be
these are legitimately the same, the same dye lot, and yeah, that and the reverse stockinette got a little bit more evened out with the blocking, so I would like to make sure that I do that.
I always throw a color catcher in with mine, and sometimes it ends up getting some of the excess dye. Again, I throw everything into the washing machine.
This was in just a tub.
But I bet a color catcher would work still.
Yeah, and I'm okay with the change. I actually like it. It seems to be brighter, because this looks more cream-like than this one. Just the way it got touched down. But I don't like that they're different.
Yeah.
So I need to wash, and hopefully that'll match, or at least be a little bit closer than it is now.
So gorgeous.
Yeah.
Now you can say you've done like a
true Alexis Winslow pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What?
So that was it. 3. Woohoo.
Woohoo. All right. I want to publicly apologize to the folks that I have said I'm going to write up my mitten pattern, and they have been waiting with bated breath for like the last month, even though I said I was going to get to it soonly. In addition to being sick, I'm transitioning in my day job, and so just mental capacity isn't there to sit and chart out the mitten pattern in the evenings. And so I apologize. That said, I finished my hat. Not certain that I love the finish. Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of the undergrowth finish. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but you decrease along that spine. The thing that bothers me just a little bit is you can see that it kind of bullseye, and then right here you get that last little jut out that's part of the pattern. I could probably change it, but I don't know that it would be worth it. And it's kind of a shallow hat, because I was running on yarn fumes with the blue peacock. So this is Sun Valley Fibers BFL in her DK BFL base. She doesn't have a different BFL base, but I just felt like saying with DK. And this matches my mittens, which now I can wear since I've shown it off.
I have this yarn. I have 5 skeins, which I'm hoping are going to make a nice sweater.
For some reason, I didn't remember it as soft as that. But maybe it's just my rough winter hands. Now everything feels really soft. I don't know. Everything seems really soft. And speaking of super really soft, this is the... wishing for warmer weather, literally over the top, out of, why can't I remember the yarn name? I've got the, I'm remembering her Instagram name instead of, like, Emily Quilts. I've tagged that about a bajillion times. Sophie's Toes. I don't even need to look. So yeah, Sophie's Toes sock yarn. This is 80, 10-10. It feels more like an 80, a 70-20-10 to, or 20, yeah, 70-20-10 to me. It seems like it's got more cashmere than, and this was her trio set, and cautionary tale. Even the designer, this is the literally over the top, they need to swatch that or know the yarn is going to bounce back, because this is very large. I stretched it width-wise and the stitches stayed. My other literally over the tops that I've knit for myself, my mom, and my daughter have all been kind of like ribbing. They kind of
mine did too. Yeah,
sucked back in, and this yarn stayed put, which is a good thing if you're knitting a shawl. If you're knitting something that is going to be a little form-fitting and hopefully kind of not hug, but you know, it stayed put, and it's very long, so it's going to be very tunicky. Before, while I was doing the color blocks, these were 8 inches. And they are not anymore. So not only did it grow this way, but it also grew this way, which a color swatch would have told me. It was kind of like those V8 commercials. Should have swatched. I've knit it out of mostly merino nylons, and so you add that cashmere in there and it's super soft. But so I think I might wear it over the top of my sweet legs, or yeah,
just another reason to buy more sweet legs,
I guess. Yeah,
well, I've got some perfectly go with.
Yeah, I've got some black and white sweet legs.
Okay.
But yeah, it's super soft, it's super nice, but it just grew a lot. And I haven't looked into trying to, I slouched while I was showing that, trying to throw it in the dryer a little bit, although I'm a little reticent to do that. But enjoyed it. This was for our wishing for warmer weather, and then Sophie's Toes is also going to be at ZK, so it works for our ZK cow.
Okay, cool.
But it was fun to do the color up and down, and it was a new challenge to try to get it to match the two areas. Seaming it, there was a little less give because you've got to match the sides, the colors on the sides. There was, I think there's...
Looks like it was knitting around, so...
Yeah. Yes, I enjoyed it.
So I am knitting more on my boxy that is out of a linen cotton called Zoe from Juniper Moon. And this is the next color in the progression. I don't have like the in between these two. It probably would have been a little bit better, but it's going to be pretty bottom heavy, and it's going to have more lights at the top. But yeah, I think that it'll still be okay.
How much did you do in the brown? Like inches wise, did you decide to delve it up, or you just went until you kind of ran out of...
No, I did delve it up because I stopped at a certain, because I don't want it to be, I've picked my final length. I think that it's 7 inches each. Does that make sense?
Of 3 colors?
Yeah, 4.
4 colors. Okay.
Yeah. But the last one probably won't be the full 7 inches. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. We'll see.
Yeah. As
I go, I will keep an eye on that. It's kind of make it up as I go. We'll see how it turns out. I have visions that it'll turn out. So then I have the Pump Up the Volume socks. These socks are actually the last of the resolution items.
Whip knit down?
Yep. So this is my last whip knit down of 2015. So these socks will probably get a lot of attention this week.
Is that Flower Power?
Yes. So Flower Power, and I got...
I say that every time I say it. See it. The Loopy U has that
Yes,
Socks
they
that
do.
rock light in the flower power.
Yep, this exact yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to the point where I'm ready for the pattern, and I couldn't remember where to start, and I was like, I'll look it up later. But once I get started, I can memorize the rest of it and
go. Cool, cool.
Let's see what else we got. I have some, nope, not those yet. This is still that, I got like a half an inch more.
On the mitten?
On the mitten. I think that once I get that last whip knitting down, these will be the next thing because they're so luxurious and feel so nice.
And you can still use them.
Yes, I can still use them. It's cold out.
Mm-hmm.
But wishing for warmer weather, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. That's what your box is for, right?
Yes, it will happen.
The optimist in us believes that wishing for warmer weather and...
Okay, this is the order I'll go in. So I started a sock for my husband, and I don't have the ball band. I believe it's Leprechaun something by
Fiber Nymph?
Fiber Nymph. Yeah, thank you. So this is Fiber Nymph Sport Base, and so they should zoom.
Are you following a certain pattern?
No, I think they're just going to be nice and plain.
How many stitches on sport weight?
For your husband?
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to count them. I was just curious if you knew. Are these on?
Yeah, they're twos.
Twos? Cool. I have some sport weight that I've been like, I've never knit sport weight socks before. And curiosity.
56. I think. If my counting is correct.
On air.
On air.
High pressure.
Under the gun. And then I have my lovely hand-spun socks have been started. Yay! So I decided to do a sock from Coop Knit's new book. Just Coop Knit Socks 2, Volume 2. So this is Eugene. And I actually think I want to knit this pattern for my husband as well, but these are mine. So, not that he would like this beautiful glacial blue from Leading Man Fiber Arts. I have another pattern or sock yarn balled up, ready to go. And he's already getting those sport weight socks, so what does he need more for? At least not immediately. He can wait.
You enjoy those new socks before you get new socks. More new socks. The recent book has a lot more like men-friendly patterns. It seems like.
Yeah. So I really like
motif is.
Yeah, I really like this, and I'm at the point where I need to go back into the book and read some more. So again, it was one of those things where I was happy to knit along as fast as I could, and then I was like, oh, I gotta stop and read more. I think that I'm either going to be ready for the heel flap or change in pattern, one of the two. So, gotta go.
Something's going to happen.
Gotta go figure that out.
It's going to be awesome, whatever it is, right?
Yep. And then last but not least, I have the Cabbages and Kings colorway from Three Irish Girls that I am knitting the Bon Bon, which is the new bunny pattern from Susan Claudino. Fun. So this is actually the bottom of the foot, and I was like, I have not knit an actual sized stuffy in so long. I've just been knitting the ones with tiny needles and tiny yarn that this just looks huge to me. I'm like, this is the little foot? It's gonna be a big bunny. So that'll be exciting to actually have a bigger bunny. And then
love those colors.
Yeah, Cabbages and Kings. I bought it at our LYF a while back.
So it's like a sneak peek of the pretty close. The yellow is a lot more yellow.
But anyway. And then I also wanted to mention I didn't get any miniatures made, but I got a surprise in the mail from Q Mama. So, Q Mama sent me, well, I had sent her something, and then she reciprocated with these lovely socks.
Oh, cutie. Do they have little sock blockers in them, or they've just been...
No,
Wow.
I think she blocked them.
Cool.
They look
very
funny.
similar, yeah.
I wonder if she pressed them in a book or something. They're very...
Starched them, maybe? I mean, they don't seem starched. But...
No, they're very well blocked.
Yes, adorable.
So, I got 5 things in the mail.
Cool.
So cute. So I will get back on the miniatures. I wanted to write up, like, the heart that I had done was not the strict interpretation of a heart. I don't know. I kind of made it up based on somebody else's pattern, but it was knit all in one piece instead of like multiple pieces and then felting it or something. Was all in this pattern, and I was like, well, I liked the shape of their heart, but I didn't want to felt it, and I knit it with a lot smaller yarn, and I also didn't want to make it in pieces. So I was like, well, this is a completely different pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to go ahead and write that up along with the Zombie the Podcaster one that I was doing. But that all takes time and been very busy. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my miniature didn't get a hat top. It's on the list.
Yeah.
My For Good needs a brim, and I need to write up the mittens, and goodness sakes, I've got a lot. Speaking of a lot going on, I am teaching as part of the Mustache U Socks Ed March. I'm teaching a OMG heel class, and so the rules of that KAL is she had some like pre-order spots where you could buy yarn if you didn't have any. Otherwise, if you've got some in stash, you can join in. I believe. I don't know if you've already had to. I think the enrollment thread is locked, so I may be speaking out of term. It's all in and I can magic link it. Her threads are hopping. You should definitely go out and take a look at it, even if you're not in the Socks Ed classes, because there's all kinds of wonderful things. I learned today about the magic or a super stretchy cast on through slip knots that I saw a video for, as well as the content that I'm generating. So if any of you are participating in the class, go out and say hello in the threads. And yeah, this week is cuff or toe. Your choice. If you're a toe up gal or a cuff down gal. And Miss Shayna sent me a fun OMG button that I just put on my bag. I am knitting toe up static zings for my husband out of, I have one skein of Mustache self-striping, and I'm hoarding it. It's Unicorn Apocalypse. Really love it. And so it's just kind of like...
Too precious.
Yes, precious novelty, not going to use yarn currently. But this is Fiber Nymph MCN in the Star Trekkie colorway. These are going to be for my husband. I am experimenting with going down a stitch count for him because the static zings are so stretchy, and then I did a more rounded toe for him. So there's that.
And you're just going to have it zing with itself then?
I've got another ball. So I did the toe.
Right, but with itself, right? Not
yeah, so I'll start color. If this one is on yellow, then I'll start or actually black would be a better example. If this one is on black, then I'll start this one on a yellow, and then it'll just chase itself because it's going the same direction, because I skeined these up so that they're striping in the same direction, and it's exactly half. So,
and you know that between the yellow and black it's like a little gray, I think.
Okay.
As well. So yeah, it's like there's a lot of large stripes and then one thin one.
Yep.
So okay, yeah,
I'm on that one.
Okay.
As if by cue. And so those should be fun. When I bought it, it was the MCN was my only choice. I don't know that my husband needs MCN, nor will he know that MCN is awesome. But there's that. And then I have been working on the Nori Cardi. I will say it is roughly the Nori Cardi. I cast it on, and worked a couple of inches and was already through, it's brioche down at the bottom. I was already through a skein, and I only have 9 skeins, and the pattern only calls for 9 skeins, and I was going to try to lengthen it, and I was like, ooh, this doesn't bode well. So I cast on 20 less stitches because it has a ton of positive ease. I think the smallest size is 46 inches. Mm-hmm. And so I cast on 20 stitches less, which is about 4 inches less, so it's still like 42-ish. And then I've lengthened it, and then the pattern also calls to increase once you get past a certain point, so it like gets bigger up top, and I'm like, I'm not going to increase, especially if I'm worried about yardage. So I'm now on my own. Stitch counts don't match. They didn't from the beginning because I cast on less, but I really can't even, I'm not going to be 3 needle bind offing. There's the front panels here are done. It's, I'm not going to be doing the same number of stitches, but it is what it is. It's got some fun pockets, so you knit the pocket linings first, which was kind of fun because it was a way of getting gauge swatch. See previous. Cool problem. I really like the brioche stitch, even with the it's not 2 color brioche, it's just 1 color brioche. It's very stretchy. Got some decreases, so I got to do some brioche decreases. And the collar, because brioche stitch is the gauge is so different than this reverse stockinette, you set aside the stitches and knit the collar and seam it on later, which I'll be following per pattern. So the basic styling will be the same, but other than that, it's longer, it's a more fitted up top and less like crop. Yeah, the styling is very different, but the major architectural pieces are the same.
Okay.
I really
got the same bones.
Yeah. It's just wearing a different skirt or something. I don't know. I really like the pockets. This is Owl Tweet in which is Alpaca-licious. This is going to be very, very warm. I'm worried about my needles pulling out here. 50% American wool, 50% alpaca. And this is, it's owl with tweety nubs. That's what the tweet is, and it's J. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's very much like they dyed this yarn black, or maybe the alpaca itself is black, and then there's a really pretty blue. There's a lot of texture to it. But it's on 9s, and it's big yarn, and so it's just kind of zoomed. I don't know that there was anything else that I was going to say about it. Other than I really felt like it was tough to rip out the brioche bit when I realized I was going to run out of yarn if I continued on the way, but in the long run it saved me some time by having, not needing to buy yarn and having 20 less stitches per round. So, but it's
a beautiful color.
It is. I really like it. And that is the Nori Cardi, which was a free pattern through them in the month of February if you did their newsletter. And it's in my ginormous Girl Cave bag. This is her sweater size. So I have one that isn't this tall. That's her sweater size. And I had to have it. I felt bad because I have so many of Susan's bags, but I loved the little. It's pretty. It is. It's a bigger print, and so this sized bag is perfect for it.
Yeah.
And then the interior is the little the lightning bugs in jars. And so the ribbons are bright orange, and I just love it. I love it. Which leads us to enabling.
I don't have any.
What? You get to be the virtuous one?
Well, this week. Next week I will have some.
Let's take turns being virtuous. Okay. Then it seems less like,
Yeah, I ordered from Paradise Fibers, and I will have some Madeline-Tosh heading my way because they had buy 3 skeins, get 1 free. They did.
I bought this in 2014, so it's not a ding on 2015 by any means. Not that buying yarn is a ding. But this was a Kickstarter reward, and so I need to make sure that I don't show off her coupon code that she gave for the whole year of 2015.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's Twist Fiber Studio, and it's Carolina Spinner on Instagram. And she came up with this cool idea of dyeing yarn to match the bag. And so this is Fairview Fingering in the Vivette colorway. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and I'm not gonna lie, I really love that it's matchy-matchy. And then I'm gonna knit something and it's gonna match my bag. In addition to just really loving, it's kind of like Grello with some blue thrown in there just because it's awesome. Yep. Well, yeah, you're knitting on something that's kind of Grello that with blue thrown in there because it's awesome. And super love it. And people were asking out on Instagram where they could get it, and I don't know when she's going to actually have stuff in her shop.
Oh, okay.
I know that she's maybe had an update and that's all sold, but there's nothing in her shop that I could find.
Okay.
Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. Maybe there's something now because the internet wants to prove me wrong. But yeah, I was super happy with it. Totally worth the wait, and glad that I could help her get started. A Riot of Color sent us a note that she's got a Kickstarter going on that I wanted to mention. I don't have the details right at hand, but I can link you her and you can go check it out if you're interested. She will be vending at our ZK marketplace, which segues right into ZK. Getting super excited. Not gonna lie, we've had our second BKN. It was so great to talk to everybody, and I felt like there were people that the first BKN didn't know each other, and now they're like tight. Or like, we're good buds now, you know? Like, it was not super awkward because I know you, which is super fun and cool. We also sent out the massive all the things email.
Yes.
And so there was the yarn crawl / wine tour that is sponsored by our LYS, which is Hank and Pearls.
And I talked to Hank and Pearls and told her that it sold out and that
it was limited to 50 people.
Yes. It did sell out to those 50 people, but if you have interest, there is a thread that's Yarn and Wine Tour Part 2. Please go into that thread and say that you're interested if you would like to go on the tour, because there might be an option where I take 2 buses and I just have them running in opposite directions, so that the people that are in the winery will be doing something while the people are at the yarn store, and then and you might see each other at the winery, like all 100 or whatever it ends up being. People will see each other at the winery in the overlapping time. And yeah, so it could work. So if you did have an interest and you felt like really bummed that you missed out, please put your interest out there. I can work on maybe getting us a second.
But they are sponsoring it, so we have to be cognizant of another bus is going to be more money. So the 5K is $12, and it includes a participation swag and an award at the award at the end, and prizes, and a swag item. It will be the same route, which is a waterfront pathway that I often run on and think of all of my wonderful 5Kers. It is a run walk. So you can run, you can walk. It's just a prediction. And it's based off of that. What else did we have going on? We've got t-shirts that are available for purchase through the end of March, and I can't remember if we went into April a ways. But the deadline is looming.
Yeah.
And once those are up, it's a one-run print. I don't know if you're familiar with printing, but it's cheaper if we print them all together. And so the prices that you see are only available right now. And so get your order in. Don't wait until it is lapsed and then be like, I wanted a shirt, because we're not ordering extras. One run print. There is a teacher breakout session volunteer
Oh, yes.
form. So go out and anything. Like, I've been thinking about teaching my sock blocker, like how to make the sock blockers that I made last year with the foam board and cutting them out and putting pretty colored tape around them.
Mm-hmm.
So throw in a class fee of $1 and you get a sock blocker, and I can assemble the materials and show people how to do that. We've got people out on the boards talking about, all this is out on the boards, by the way. Go out to the boards. All of the knowledge is there. Talking about double knitting, talking about color work, talking about drop spindling, talking about spinning, all kinds of knowledge to be had. And so if you're interested, go out and fill out the volunteer form for that. And your mom is again doing a bag.
Yes.
We helped pick out the fabric, which kind of goes along with the theme of branching out.
Mm-hmm.
So our graphic has that fun little branch, and the bags have a branch. You can get all kinds. There's so many options. So many options. You can get a sling bag, which is what I'll be rocking. Yep. You can get the pouches.
I'm getting the large wedge with the clear zip pouch on the outside of it, and I don't think I got a logo, but you can do a logo on it. Mm-hmm. There's people customizing them like crazy, my mom said. Mm-hmm. So everybody will have a same but different bag, which I think is kind of neat.
Yeah, that is super fun.
So yes, go out there and order that.
Mm-hmm.
And she will probably be taking orders until quite a bit later than anything else that we have for order. But be aware that will at some point have to close down as well.
Yeah, because she can't be making them 2.5 seconds before she heads up.
Right.
And she's also a marketplace vendor, which segues into, we have a marketplace excitement thread. So if you are a vendor and you have something exciting, feel free to post that out there, as well as if you are somebody that's coming, let the vendors know what you're excited about and what you want to see. Because at this point, they can still tailor.
Yeah.
But if you show up and like, oh, I really wanted to see one of your gradients, and then, bring it.
Yes.
So
yeah, definitely get out there. They are watching, they are listening, so you can take advantage of that audience.
Yes. And I love that everybody's chatting, because that's who I am. I love it when everybody gets along.
I would like to see more, and I will mention again, we have an event. Rather than having a lockdown list with everybody who's coming, and then you had to, I don't know, we would have to manage that list because people drop out or new people come in, whatever it is, like we did last year. This year we're just doing the event, and so you can go in, you can say I'm attending, and then boom, you're on the list. You can see everybody who's attending. The last I checked, it was at 120 something, which we know is far below the number, so get out there and do that.
Yes. And it's just getting exciting. Every week and every milestone we hit, I'm getting more and more excited. It's real again.
Yep.
When it gets warm outside, it will be even more real. And then when it's,
Yeah, I keep telling people, like, everything that's been going on lately, I get, like, lost in all of the normal day-to-day stuff, and then I, like, sit back and I go, oh my gosh, February is gone. Mm-hmm. And poof, gone. And so
it is the shortest
just
month.
Have 3 months until our retreat month. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Yikes.
Yeah. I was just complaining to my husband that Panera gives you a free pastry up to 2 months after your birth date. And I was like, you know what? I get hosed. Because February is a really short month.
Oh.
So it's not like literal calendar days. It's like March 7th.
I see.
Yeah. I had less days.
You did.
I also get thrown off any other January birthdays out there. The Chinese horoscope thing. Mm-hmm. Like, their New Year's in February. So for the longest time, I thought I was like a dog or something like that, and I'm actually not, because I was born in January. So I actually go to the previous year's animal, spirit animal, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
January
Which is
birthday.
a sheep or ram this year.
Ooh, I know, right? I had one of my coworkers ask, like, what is the difference between a sheep and a sheep or a goat? And I was like, there's a difference.
Sheep or a goat. Well, a sheep or a ram, that's just like semantics. It's a
man-woman thing. But like, I think it was the gal on my team that's actually very familiar with Chinese culture. It was like, what's the difference between a goat and a sheep? And it was like, there's a difference.
Yeah. I was explaining goat and sheep wool to somebody the other day. Just a random person who didn't care to know, I'm sure.
Ask me about.
We were talking about the Chinese New Year, and then I just went on this long, like, rant, or not rant,
like
but,
we're doing right now.
Yes.
All right. Hopefully, everybody cross their fingers. Amy does not get ill. We will be back next week.
I do not want to be ill.
Me either.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.